Going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I know you're probably like, why are we what how you how this video structure going? Because you talked about the NBA before, now you're talking about finance at Freddy's. I know. Wait, hold on, give me a second. I know. It's like random. It's really random, but this is just the stuff I'm into and this is stuff I want to talk about. So it's like that's why I picked these topics. Yes, I'm into basketball, I'm into NBA, and yes, I'm into gaming, I'm into Finance and Freddy's. We're gonna talk more about Finance and Freddy's later. But yeah. If y'all do want to see me talk about something specifically, you can leave it in the comments. You can leave it, wherever. Probably take the comments. That'd be the best spot. Welcome back to another video. So I've been like watching uh people play like Finance and Freddy's 2, right? And I like this is the reason I came up with this video idea. It's just like I'm watching and I'm like, and I started actually playing again myself because me, I'm a like gamer, but like, man, I'm not that good at the game. Like I'm not gaming like that, but I do play games and I learned how to play them. So I was watching Play Finance and Freddy's 2, and I'm just like, yeah, the game is like really bad, like really bad. I've watched videos about how the game is actually bad, but I want to make my own and talk about like the game and shit. But I don't know if you're like a question like why is the game like is it that bad? Worth the video bad? This video games are always bad. Yeah, this game is pretty like popular to be a bad game. Like you know, don't get me wrong, the game is good. It's not it's the worst ever, but it's bad um like people don't like the video game bad. Like it's still a popular game though. So with that, I won't deny the game's success, but I want to talk about the bad parts of the game and like if you look really deep into it and like how the game isn't as fleshed out as you think it is. But before we get into the video, I hope y'all enjoyed my last video. And if you're watching this for real, like leave me a comment, bro. Like tell me something you feel like I should do in my videos. Like cause I like this. Like this is a chill vibe. I like to talk about stuff a lot. I like to talk a lot about stuff to my siblings and my family. So I was like, why not just make it a channel? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna have stuff to talk about all the time, but I'm gonna have stuff to talk about. And if I do, and if I can make a video about it, I will make a video about it. So if you're watching this, leave me a comment, leave me a like, and tell me something like you feel like I should do, like I should talk about, or like any critique of my video is fine. I take criticism. It's cool. Trust me. So leave a like, leave a comment. But yeah. All right. So I want to get one thing clear before we start this video. I am not a hardcore gamer. um, listen, but I have watched many Let's Players play games, and eventually I, of course, tried the game out myself. But I am not a hardcore gamer. I'm not going to calibrate every single that break down every game and its difficulty in its AI. Just have to get that off my chest. But we're talking about FNAF here, and I'm still not a hardcore gamer, but FNAF is a series that I grew up on, of course. Being a kid in the 2010s, I'm pretty sure you grew up on FNAF. It's really popular. Everyone was talking about it when it first came out, of course, and it's one of my favorite game series. I even have a poster hanging in my room, so you can definitely tell that I'm a FNAF fan. But when I grew up on FNAF, I used to watch Markiplier. I think everyone used to watch Markiplier. Of course, I used to watch Game Theory and him with the lore. And we're not gonna get into the lore. We are not gonna get into the lore today. It's just I'm pretty sure the lore is so convoluted, and at this point, I'm pretty sure everyone knows that Scott, which is the creator of the game, Scott Costin, Scott made the lore up as he went. Well, maybe that's just my opinion, but I don't know. I think everyone should realize that. But I'm not a theorist, so I'm not gonna tackle on it too much. But I will tune in for theory videos because they're really good. Yeah, so Final Fantasy Freddy's 1 released in August of 2014, and 3 months later, FNAF 2 released in November of 2014. So we can tell the games were kind of being pumped and rushed. Some games don't take that long to be made, but 3 months is kind of a stretch. I mean, 3 months, that's kind of quick for a game. But FNAF is a quick and clicking, what I don't know what it's called, but it's a click game. So Click Team, it's made by Click Team, but it's a click game. It's not really that hard to develop, but even the creator himself, Scott Cawthon, once again said that it's not that hard to create. So yeah, I'm not just making that up. Now the reason I'm talking about FNAF 2 today is because, I already explained in the beginning, but the difficulty in FNAF 2, in my opinion, is kinda crazy. So let's get into it. FNAF 2 basically revolves around the mask mechanic. So when the animatronics try to come into your office, you're supposed to throw the mask on. Throw the mask on, and you should be good, and you keep going. But there's also a couple of other things you gotta maintain. First, Foxy. Foxy comes from the hallway, and you have to flash your light at him, of course. And if you don't, you die. Second is the music box. The music box has to be wound up, and if it unwinds, I think you know what happens. Now, simple, right? We explained the basic core things of FNAF 2. FNAF 2 is not hard to understand how to play. The difficulty, though, is different. In my opinion, let me just get this out the way. The mask mechanic is flawed. It's flawed simply because the animatronics will come in the room and then they'll literally black out the room, and they'll take like 4 seconds. I'm gonna get into why this is flawed later, but they'll come in the room and they'll take 4 to 5 seconds, I think, and they'll just basically waste your time. They're wasting your time. Now let's talk on the music box. The music box winds down the quicker every night goes by. So there's 7 nights in the game, of course, and the more the nights go down, the more the music box starts to wind down. Now, in my opinion, this is what's gonna get you killed the absolute most is the music box. Simply because, like I said, the animatronics come in and they black out the room and they waste your time. They waste your time. So you don't have time to wind the music box up. Did I forget to mention that the music box you have to go on the camera to wind the music box up? And of course, if you're on the camera while animatronics in your room, that's when you die. Now I hope there's footage of me playing the game because I was playing it and I actually beat Night 6 as I was playing it, and it took me a while to actually beat Night 6, but I don't know how long it's gonna take me to beat Night 7. I don't even know if it's gonna be possible for me personally to beat Night 7. Of course, it's possible to beat Night 7. People beat Night 7. The game isn't impossible. But have you even heard rumors that Markiplier, the YouTuber, that he didn't even beat Night 7 and that it was kind of fake, like his video, which is kind of crazy. I never actually thought about that, but yeah, there's a good video. I watched a video about it. I don't remember the name of the video, but I watched a video about it. It was pretty good. But I don't know if that's true or not. But I can't confirm nothing. And I like Markiplier, so maybe the game is really that hard. But anyways, off topic. So next thing we're gonna talk about is Foxy, right? So I said that you have to flash Foxy in the hallway. Foxy's intervals are honestly, in my opinion, like trash. I don't really see people talk about it, but they're trash to me. But basically, like, he has like this timer of 50 seconds, and if you flash him, it resets the timer. If the timer gets down to 0 and he gets a successful movement opportunity, which I'm not gonna go into that. I'm not gonna explain what movement opportunity is. I think go watch like a person's video on that. That's a lot. It's a lot to explain, but essentially they get to move every 5 seconds. Animatronics. If he gets a successful movement opportunity, he will jump you, and your game is over. So take all this into mind, right? All we've spoken about was the music box, Foxy, and the mask being flawed, right? And the blackout sticker too much, which is kind of with the mask being flawed. So let's get into why, in my opinion, that FNAF 2 is just a mess. It's just a clunky mess. So the hardest night, which is night 7, and it's the 1020 mode. I've just gotten to 1020 mode. I've just beat night 6, like I said, when I was playing the game. But I've watched people just die over and over on this night. And it's a reason why. It's a simple reason why. Toy Bonnie is the worst. Now you're probably like, why is Toy Bonnie the worst? Out of all of them. I spoke about the puppet and Foxy. Yeah, they're bad. They'll get you killed a lot. But Toy Bonnie literally is the worst. And then I'm gonna explain why. So Toy Bonnie comes into your right vent, and he'll sit in the right vent. And if you have to put the mask down, of course. He's a like a normal animatronic. The only animatronic the mask doesn't work on is Foxy. I forgot to mention that, and the puppet, because Foxy has to be flashed and the puppet has to be lined up. I said before, everyone else mask. So Toy Bonnie, you put the mask on. He's in the vent. He sits in your vent. The only thing though is that Toy Bonnie is a blackout animatronic. Now, usually the blackout animatronics will come into your room and stand in your face, and then they're like the blackout. Of course, when you pull your camera down, they'll black out the room. Okay, and they'll just go away after that. Toy Bonnie is different though. He's special over here. He will sit in your vent, then has 5 seconds to come into your room, do the blackout, slide across your screen, and then he leaves. Now, if he takes the longest, I believe that is about 10 seconds, 10 to 11 seconds. I'm not really sure on the numbers. All I know is that it's basically enough time for you to either A, die to Foxy, and 2, die to the puppet, which is most likely what's gonna happen. Literally, it's the worst combo in the game, and if you're playing Night 7, you know the pain of you needing to charge the music box up. Oh no, Toy Bonnie's in the event. Put my mask down. He doesn't move. He's not doing anything. He's still there. I have to charge the music box up. Put on the camera. Oh, I'm dead. Either way, you're dead. There's no getting around it. Now, this is literally what's probably the worst design in FNAF 2, but I think it just goes to show that the game was kind of rushed. I'm not really sure if it was meant to be that difficult, but it gets really difficult, and it's pretty much luck based at 99% of the time. Okay, maybe not 99% of the time, but maybe 90%. There's a 10% chance maybe I'm just bad at the game, which is probably true. But other people have complained about it, so I don't think I'm the only one. Now, I haven't even done Night 7, but Night 6 is literally the same thing. It's a little bit more easier because Toy Bonnie's AI is not turned up all the way 20, in 1020 mode, but it's still a pain. The puppet is just one. It also has to do with the puppet. It's not only Toy Bonnie. The puppet is also just really high maintenance. I mean, the music box winds down in 16 seconds in Night 6 and 7, and it's draining. You're basically stuck on cam 11. There's no leaving cam 11, and you're always gonna have to stay on cam 11. Which I've heard someone say that it kind of sucks because you can't really experience the full game because the map is so big, and you're stuck on cam 11 almost 99% of the time. There's no looking at the other cams, and there's actually a mechanic where if you flash the animatronics while they're on the camera, they'll stun them, which is literally not going to ever be used because you can't. I mean, you have to maintain the puppet. The puppet is too high maintenance. I think that's really the problem here. So how would I fix it? Well, for starters, I would make the puppet timer go a little bit more up. Not too much up because we're gonna work on everybody else. But I would make the puppet timer go all the way pretty much to a good amount. It needs to basically collaborate with everyone else, intervals. It shouldn't just be 16 seconds. Oh well, wind down, you're dead. Nothing you can do because that's what happens most of the time. Next thing I would fix is Toy Bonnie, of course. I would obviously just make Toy Bonnie a normal event character. He shouldn't have to come in the room and slide across your screen. It is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and it's just infuriating at times. He should just leave Toy Chica, Boom Boy, and Mangle does when they just come to your event and they leave. Mangle is by far the easiest, as you can just hear their voice, their radio playing. Once their radio plays and goes away, you can just leave. Toy Bonnie should be just like that. And to fix Foxy, honestly, I don't really know. Foxy is okay. It's not. He gets pretty easy. The more you play, you kind of get used to it, and you always just flash him. It's not too hard. As you can see, I never died to Foxy while playing. So I died to Toy Bonnie and I died to Puppet. That was only 2 I died to. So I think you can see the pattern of who is really the problem here. As for the other animatronics, the wizards are fine. They just come in your office and they stand, they do the blackout. That's fine. Whatever. That's FNAF 2's gimmick. FNAF 2 keeps its gimmick. But that's how I would face it. I mean, but FNAF 2 is 11 years old almost. So this is kind of pointless of a video. But I did want to talk about it because FNAF is one of my favorite gaming franchises. So I talked about it. I don't care. But that is how I would fix FNAF 2. Alright, y'all. I hope whoever clicked on the video enjoyed the video. I mean, I know it was a drastic change on my last video. My last video, like I said in the beginning, I talked about NBA. So to talk about FNAF 2 in this video is kind of weird. But hope y'all enjoyed the video. And I would appreciate it so much if you do watch the video and you comment and tell me something you would want me to talk about. I'll see if I will talk about it, because if I have no dollars on it, I'm probably not gonna talk about it. But mainly this channel will be focused on entertainment and like hot news. So like we can talk about like celebrities, gaming, like TV shows. That's mainly the top three I probably will be talking about. That's mainly the stuff I'm into. Well, that's mainly the stuff that I would talk about. Like everything else probably would be boring. Everything else would probably be boring if I talked about it. But that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope y'all have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again on this channel. Bye.